Have you ever heard of the 1959 movie Operation Petticoat? It's a classic Hollywood comedy set during World War II. The movie follows the crew of a submarine as they navigate through funny, shocking, and sometimes sad situations. Keep watching because there are plenty of surprises ahead. One of the main stars in this film is Cary Grant, a well-known Hollywood actor. He brings charm and humor to his role, making him a favorite among many viewers. As for memorable moments, there's a scene where the crew has to paint their submarine pink. It's a hilarious moment that sticks with you long after the movie ends. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you have a cherished memory or personal experience related to this movie? Share your stories and memories in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. So, grab some popcorn and get ready to laugh, gasp, and maybe even shed a tear as you watch Operation Petticoat. And don't forget to share your thoughts with us. For completists only, this film, despite its casual sexism and schoolboy-level humor, remains reasonably watchable, albeit with a slow pace. Cary Grant and Tony Curtis deliver memorable performances in this genial 1950s comedy set at the beginning of World War II. Grant, as the skipper of a submarine stranded in a remote Philippine base, faces comedic challenges, especially when Curtis joins the crew as a last-minute replacement. Curtis's character, a born social climber and thief, adds a layer of humor as he pilfers supplies to keep the submarine afloat. The introduction of 5 Army nurses, including Joan O'Brien, injects further hilarity, particularly as the crew navigates the dynamics of having women on board. Predictable yet amusing gags ensue, accompanied by witty dialogue and situational comedy. Grant's performance adds depth to the lighthearted atmosphere, portraying a commanding officer grappling with the chaos brought by the nurse's presence. Critics often highlight Curtis's mannerisms, but his comedic timing and delivery shine in this role, complementing Grant's more seasoned presence. The film's humor, though dated in some aspects, remains disarming and entertaining, with moments that still elicit laughter. The narrative culminates in a memorable scene where the submarine, painted pink, faces an attack, prompting a desperate yet comedic response from Grant. Despite its flaws, Operation Petticoat charms with its blend of comedy, romance, and wartime adventure, making it a worthwhile watch for fans of classic cinema. In one of the boats portraying the Sea Tiger, the USS Archerfish SS-311 was present at the Japanese surrender which ended World War II in the Pacific Theater. Another vessel, the USS Wren DD-568, shown as the destroyer attacking Sea Tiger, was also present at that significant event. Cary Grant, the lead actor in Operation Petticoat, faced a custody battle in 1971, where he fought to keep his daughter Jennifer in California with him. Following the judge's ruling in his favor, Grant sold the rights to several of his films, including Operation Petticoat, The Grass is Greener, That Touch of Mink, and Charade. With these sales, he disconnected himself from the movie industry and invested in property development ventures in Spain and Ireland. Dunn and Bradstreet, a long-standing company founded in 1941, offers data to corporate clients regarding their customers' operations. In the film, Tony Curtis portrays Nicholas Holden, a character reminiscent of Neil Caffrey from White Collar. Curtis based Holden's voice on Cary Grant, whom he admired and parodied in Some Like It Hot. The USS Ballow SS-285, painted pink, and the USS Archerfish SS-311 in standard gray and black were used for filming in Key West, FL. The USS Queenfish SS-393 appeared in scenes filmed around San Diego. It's uncertain if Grant was aware of the homage during production. During a patrol mission, the USS Sea Dragon, a submarine stationed at Cavite, sported an unusual red paint job. The submarine's original black paint had been damaged in an air raid, causing it to peel off during the patrol. Despite this, the USS Sea Dragon managed to sink 3 Japanese ships, earning it the nickname Red Pirate Submarine as mentioned in broadcasts by Tokyo Rose. Tina Louise was initially offered the role of Nurse Crandall, but turned it down due to the abundance of inappropriate jokes aimed at the character. The role eventually went to Joan O'Brien. In a scene at 33 minutes and 21 seconds, a ship is depicted with part of its hull number obscured, revealing the digits 37, the beginning of 373. This whole number belonged to the USS Peregrine, and 373, a fleet minesweeper. Most of the film was shot in Key West, where the Peregrine was stationed during the movie's production, as confirmed by the son of a crew member assigned to the Peregrine at that time. The movie Operation Petticoat drew inspiration from real events, notably the sinking of the USS Sea Lion during World War II, and Lieutenant Cmdr Sherman's struggle for toilet paper, echoing Lieutenant Cmdr Coe's letter to the supply department. The necessity to paint a submarine pink stemmed from a shortage of red or white lead undercoat paint. A reference to General Sherman's march to the sea in the American Civil War appears in the line, "Mason, I think we've been victims of Sherman's march to the sea," highlighting Sherman's notorious reputation for seizing or destroying valuable assets. Gavin MacLeod, known for his role in the movie, met Marion Ross during the stage production of Operation Petticoat later. They reunited on the Love Boat, where Ross portrayed MacLeod's wife. During the casting of the film, Cary Grant was offered the main role initially proposed for Jeff Chandler. Grant was hesitant at first, thinking he might be too old for the character. However, he eventually accepted and delivered a memorable performance. The movie storyline was inspired by a real event in 1944, when the USS Bowfin mistakenly sank a truck during an attack on Japanese ships. This incident provided an interesting background for the film's comedic moments and mishaps. A significant detail in the movie is the map in Captain Henderson's office showing a divided Germany. This adds depth to the historical context of the story and reminds viewers of the wartime setting. Operation Petticoat blends humor, drama, and historical references, making it enjoyable for audiences even years after its release. It shows how classic movies can still entertain people today. Cary Grant, eager to collaborate with Tony Curtis, admired the young actor's charisma. After the movie, Curtis maintained a close friendship with Grant, one of the few outsiders allowed regular visits. The iconic truck sinking scene appeared in the captain's mission of McHale's Navy. Gavin MacLeod, featured in both films, played a crew member on the Sea Tiger and PT-73. When restoring Lieutenant Nick Holden to duty, Commander Sherman mentioned making a pact with the devil to get the submarine out, alluding to the nickname Old Nick for the devil in Christian tradition. Cary Grant and Dick Sargent shared the screen again in another film called That Touch of Mink. Grant, feeling disheartened by the unsuccessful Operation Musketeer, which aimed to regain control of the Suez Canal, found himself in conflict with the Nasser regime in Egypt in November 1956. This led to Israel's invasion of the Sinai Peninsula. Later on, 3 cast members from Operation Petticoat would join Gavin MacLeod on the Love Boat. Dick Sargent and Dina Merrill made single appearances, while Marion Ross had 5 different roles before becoming a regular cast member as a 6th. Additionally, 3 regular cast members from the Operation Petticoat TV series guest starred on the Love Boat. John Aston and Richard Gilliland were part of the show's first season before being cut, while Melinda Naught appeared after the series was canceled in its 2nd season. In the production of Operation Petticoat, actor Tony Curtis, riding high on his career success, proposed a service comedy centered around submarines to Universal Studios. Initially, the studio suggested casting either Jeff Chandler or Robert Taylor as the captain, but Curtis stood firm, expressing his desire for Cary Grant in the role. Despite Taylor's offer of a share in the gross, Grant ultimately secured the role. Dina Merrill, a cast member, had a familial connection to Cary Grant, having been the cousin of heiress Barbara Hutton, who was previously married to Grant. This connection added an interesting dynamic to the filming process. The storyline of Operation Petticoat unfolds through the captain's journal, chronicling the events aboard the Sea Tiger from December 10th, 1941 to January 3rd, 1942. During the filming of the movie, he couldn't contain his enthusiasm for his therapeutic use of LSD any longer. Joe Hyams and Lionel Crane, expecting the usual interview, were surprised by his openness about his experiences and his longing to change himself to reunite with Betsy Drake. Cary Grant's former marriage to Woolworth heiress Barbara Hutton, who is Dina Merrill's cousin, is an interesting connection. In the 1977 television series remake, Tony Curtis' character's love interest, Lieutenant Barbara Duran, is played by Curtis' daughter, Jamie Lee Curtis. It's fascinating how personal and professional lives intertwine in unexpected ways. In the movie, the nurses express curiosity about why the toilet is called the head. This term originated from earlier sailing ships, where enlisted sailors used a series of holes, resembling an outhouse, positioned over the bow, known as the head of the ship. This placement served practical purposes, as the wind typically blew from the aft, carrying any unpleasant odors away from the ship. Meanwhile, officers' toilets were located near the stern, within the quarter gallery on either side of the ship's back. Both Tony Curtis and Arthur O'Connell, who starred in the film, later appeared together in The Great Race. In the storyline, the submarine is constantly striving to reach a repair ship to restore its operational status. Interestingly, Tony Curtis, who served on the USS Proteus during World War II, drew inspiration from the movie Destination Tokyo, featuring Cary Grant, for his enlistment in the Pacific Submarine Force. During World War II, Tony Curtis felt inspired to join the Pacific Submarine Force. He was greatly influenced by Cary Grant, a famous actor, especially after watching him in a movie called Destination Tokyo. In that film, Grant played the role of a brave naval officer facing challenges underwater. Curtis never imagined he would work with Grant one day. Together, Curtis and Grant made a movie about submarine officers during WW2. Grant portrayed a commander, much like in Destination Tokyo, while Curtis played a determined young officer. Their acting together was powerful and kept audiences interested. However, some people, like Bob Hope, wish they could have been part of the project. Looking back, it's amazing how actors can connect with their roles and each other. Their work in Operation Petticoat shows how storytelling and teamwork can make a lasting impact. It's a reminder of bravery and friendship during tough times, captured on film for everyone to see. Operation Petticoat, a 1959 film, harbors a somber trivia tidbit. During production, the lead actor contracted pneumonia, causing a halt in filming. Consequently, the schedule was disrupted, leading to delays and additional expenses. Such unforeseen events often plague movie productions, impacting both the crew and the final product. Despite setbacks, Operation Petticoat persevered to become a beloved classic, captivating audiences with its humor and charm. During the filming process, an unexpected incident occurred where the submarine set was flooded, causing significant damage and delaying production. This event posed challenges for the crew, but they showed resilience and determination in overcoming them. The story revolves around life on a submarine during World War II, highlighting the crew's adventures as they face various challenges such as shortages and unexpected encounters with enemies. Featuring a talented cast including Cary Grant and Tony Curtis, their performances bring the characters to life and add depth to the narrative. Their chemistry on screen enhances the authenticity of the story, captivating audiences and earning praise from critics. Throughout the movie, viewers are treated to a mix of humor, drama, and romance, making it an enjoyable watch. The blend of genres sets it apart from other war films, offering a fresh perspective. Despite its lighthearted tone, the movie touches on themes of friendship, sacrifice, and resilience, honoring the bravery of those who served during wartime. Overall, the film remains a beloved classic, loved by audiences for its charm and memorable performances. Its lasting popularity speaks to its timeless appeal and influence on cinema. In an unexpected turn, a significant incident occurred during the filming, stemming from a real-life tragedy. It happened on set when a stuntman performing a daring scene involving a submarine suffered severe injuries, casting a shadow over the production. The 1959 film set during World War II focuses on the misadventures of a submarine crew navigating through humorous situations. Directed by Blake Edwards, it stars Cary Grant and Tony Curtis. The narrative follows a U.S. submarine led by a determined captain and his resourceful executive officer, facing comic misfortunes and challenges during a daring mission in the Pacific. One notable aspect is the portrayal of the camaraderie and resilience of the crew members who overcome obstacles with wit and teamwork. The movie blends comedy, drama, and adventure, appealing to a wide audience and becoming a commercial success. Throughout the story, viewers witness a mix of lighthearted humor and poignant moments, offering a vivid portrayal of life aboard a submarine during wartime. Overall, it stands as a tribute to well-crafted storytelling and memorable characters, leaving a lasting impression on audiences for generations to come.